Alright guys, pay attention. What is happening with euro dollar? Tell me, what is going on? Do you know what is happening with euro dollar? We had so good PMIs for Europe, such bad PMIs for USA, but still euro dollar not going up. What's going on? Alright, I have the answer and I will tell to you what is going on. So please stay until the end of this video that you will exit the video knowing what is happening with the market at this stage. Alright, but before we start, please give us a thumbs up, give us subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, put down in the comments. And tonight I'm gonna be having, this afternoon I'm gonna be having my webinar as usually on Tuesdays from 5 to 6 p.m. Easy to register, just go to the description of the video, click in the link there, and you will be redirected to the page so you can subscribe for the webinar. Now, what is going on with euro dollar? We saw euro dollar just open up yesterday on Monday with a 0.2% gap, all right? So pretty much 200 points, 20 pips of a gap move from the weekend. And then we saw euro dollar, euro getting very strong against the US dollar and raising all the way to 107.8, if I'm not wrong. Let me double check it. 107.71 was the number. All right, and now we just saw euro dollar dropping massively in the candle of 1 hour. It dropped all the way from firstly it had a huge gap all the way up, and then it closed all the way down. But if we look to the fundamentals, as I always say, fundamentals are much better. The data is much better for Europe than what it is for USA. So what's going on? Okay, so here is one thing. Everyone tells, go learn fundamental, right? And that's what I say as well, go learn fundamental analysis. But no one tells you to analyze the context of the market, all right? Fundamentals as itself, as alone, it's a tool, all right? But you need to know how to implement these two, and you need to understand that to you implement these two, the market needs to have a context. Once you have the context of the market and you are implementing the two, then you will understand what's going on. So today is a beautiful example, is a perfect example. We've seen euro data coming up from Europe, even German CPI came a little bit lower, but still all the PMIs, manufacturing PMI for Europe, German manufacturing PMI came higher, French manufacturing PMI came higher, Italian manufacturing PMI came higher, and we had Spanish manufacturing came lower. But the majority of the PMIs came much higher than the ones that came lower. And for those that came lower is like 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, nothing too huge, all right? And once we look to the other side, the US dollar, we had a manufacturing PMI at much lower for US dollar. And then we had as well in this midnight onwards, we had ISM manufacturing PMI from USA, very bad. Construction spending coming lower. ISM manufacturing prices coming lower. ISM manufacturing employment coming lower. Atlanta Fed GDP now coming lower as well. So all the news, all the data coming from US is much lower than expected. And therefore, wasn't this supposed to be a fundamental approach? Therefore, good data for Europe, bad data for US, euro dollar should raise? Well, yes, but we need to understand the context of the market. What's going on Europe at this moment? Elections on France. What's going on with US in this moment? Elections with Biden and Trump. Isn't that correct? So we need to understand both of those sides. What just happened was, so during the week we had a right side of the politics, the right-hand side of the politics on France, getting 33.33% or 36% of the votes, but this was just an intention of votes. The next voting will be on 7th of July, so we still have a lot to happen, okay? And the far right, that's the name, the far right did get much votes than the left, than the center, and then the others. Remember, they got 33.36%, so they're still holding the majority. Others are 10%. The other party, the left side, is on 23% or 26%, and the mid party is with, I think, another 20%. So again, they are dominating the 33.36%. The far right side is dominating the way. And this is much better for the economy than the left side. Therefore, investors are very, very happy with this. And this makes the market with a big relief. Now, what is happening on US? Well, we just had the debate on last Friday against Biden and Trump, and it's pretty clear to see that Biden is not fit for the role anymore as they used to be when he started the elections. And because, you know, all the questions Trump asked Biden, he couldn't even answer that correctly. And I'm not talking about, okay, Biden is better than, Trump is better than Biden or Biden is better than Trump. No, I'm just telling you the arguments and you can go and prove to yourself that this is correct. I'm not here to tell you vote on Biden or vote on Trump. It's simple. Just go at the live event that they hosted. I think it was CNN that hosted this event on live, and you can see there's no problem. I'm not talking about who is better to each other. It's just the truth, okay? Now, there was one news, midnight 20 on Australian time, and the ISM manufacturing PMIs and everything got out at midnight. Okay, so we have a 30-minute span of time of difference between. So the US Supreme Court ruling Monday that Donald Trump has some immunity to overturn the 2020 election results. The justices voting former president shielded from prosecution for some official acts taken while in office. Basically, there are hopes that that Trump will be able to get elected. Okay, and this made the market very happy and the US dollar got strong. Another thing is that the US dollar index and the US 30 years bond, he did have a massive gap between each other, and therefore every time this happens, euro dollar tends to be stronger because US dollar has to come down and US 30 bond has to come up, or vice versa. So euro gets stronger on those periods. Now, this is the reason why euro dollar was going up and now it's coming down, even though USA is delivering some bad data. Alright guys, I hope everyone could understand. I will be talking more about this topic tonight on my webinar. So if you're not yet registered, please do it so by clicking on the description of the video, the link register for webinar. You'll be redirected to the page and you can put your email and we will send you the Zoom link there. Alright guys, have a good week ahead. Have everyone a beautiful day and I'll talk to you tonight or on the next video. Bye bye.